Okay, hello guys, so welcome back. Let me show you how you should be calculating your lot sizes correctly so that you don't just guess your lot sizes. You need to know how to calculate proper lot size, proper lot sizes. Do not just guess on lot sizes or use standard lot or 0.1. You don't just need to use 0.01 all the time if your account is small, or you don't always need to use one standard lot or 0.5 standard lot or 2 standard lot. No, you need to use standard. You need to use lot sizes that are dictated by what your account balance, and that is what you use to calculate your lot size. Account balance. So let's say you're dealing with account balance of 10,000, and then another thing that needs to dictate your lot size is the risk amount you want to risk. Risk amount. So risk amount, we deal with it in percentage. It can be 1%. It can be or it can be in dollar amount. If it is in dollar amount, let's say if your account is 10,000, you want to risk, let's say $100, that is 1%. So you need to know the two. You need to know that you will be using your account balance all the time, your initial account balance of what you want to risk vis-a-vis the dollar amount or the percentage you want to risk, so that you can be risking consistently throughout your trade. You don't just be guessing lot sizes. And with this method, you can calculate any lot size from any pair, even if you want to calculate the German 30 and take trades like the one you see here. Been holding this bad boy since yesterday, actually since on Wednesday. Today is Friday, so yesterday it ran very nicely. Today it missed my take profit by somewhere around this zone, but I'm patient. I hope it will hit it by Monday. So let me show you with that. Now the first and the easiest way to calculate loss size is by using this here called FX Verify, which is fxverify.com. It back then used to be called cashbackforex.com. So just search FX Verify lot size calculator, and you are going to land into this page here. Alternatively, search for something called My FX Book position size calculator. Then you come here, click this here, and then you're good to go. It will land you to this page. So I will walk you throughout this page. I will also walk you throughout this page here. So just be patient with me. Now, sorry for that. So another area is baby pip position size calculator. Then you will take this first one, which is position size calculator.com. Not .com, sorry. Position size calculator. You come here, it will ask you the same thing. So these are the three major ways to trade, to calculate your lot sizes. So once you take your trade, for example, on this one here, this bad boy here, that I'm targeting, I want 8 risk to reward. So let me give you an example of a trade that I have just deleted the limit. So it is this GCAD. GCAD was also one of my trades that I set limit yesterday, but it never tagged me in. But I want to show you how to calculate lot size of this GCAD using these other options. Now, as you can see, GCAD is trying to pull back. So yesterday, I looked for this option here. So I wanted it to come and tag me in somewhere around this zone. So you cannot calculate lot sizes without using okay, it is still there. Markings are still there. So I want to buy here for a 7R, and then I'll sell from this point again for another, maybe another 10R or something, because this is going to be pro trend. So I'm expecting this to pull back here on Monday. I will return my lot size. I will return my position on Monday. For now, it's out. So let me show you how I was able to calculate this. So when I go to 30 minutes, let's say this is where you want to buy. I wanted to buy on this order block here. So as you can see, the market is pulling back to it. I hope by Monday it will tag me in there, and then it goes straight to take profit. So what you need to do is, once you identify the area you want to enter, can be buy limit, sell limit, doesn't matter. So you click this, don't necessarily need to click it. You just need to, my system is hanging a little bit. So if you check here, you'll see that my stop loss is 24 pips down here. Check down there, 24 pips, somewhere around this zone here. Check here, 24.3 pips. So that is my stop loss size. So that is all I need. And then I also need, so from what you need from your currency, you will need the stop loss size. Stop loss size. Stop loss size. So in this case is 24.3. 24.3. That is all I need. How much do I need to risk on this? I will need to risk, let's say 1.8% of my account. So 1.8% of my account. So that is around, my account is, let's say $10,000 account. So I will go to, I always prefer this verify fxverify.com. So I'll come here and look for what, this pair here. Look for this pair here, which is GCAD GBP Canadian dollars. So I will type here GBP CAD. Then this is it, and then when it comes, when it pops this, I start filling this. So what is my stop loss size? My stop loss size is 24.3. And then what else? My account balance, let's say, is 10,000. And then the deposit in currency that I'm using is on dollars. If you're using in Kenya shillings, if you're using it in ZAR, if you're using it in Naira, it doesn't matter. So if you're using it in GBP, just come here and look for your currency. So let me check if my currency is here. Kenya shillings. Yeah, you can. Oh, this is not Kenya shillings. This is Kishon coin. Kishon coin. So Kenya shilling is not there. So I think ZAR should be here. ZAR is there. Naira. I wonder who will be using in Naira if you're not a Nigerian. So just leave it to standard US dollar if your account balance is in US dollar. So let's say that you've not placed any trade, and for that reason your account balance is, let's say, 10,000. So how much do I want to risk? 1.8%. So I just click there, 1.8%, because it is in percentage. So what about this 1 pip size? This one do not change anything. USD price do not change this one anything. All you need to do is to place your stop loss size. After placing your stop loss size in pips, you place your account balance, you place the amount you want to risk, then you leave the rest. So all you need to do is to press calculate here. And once you press that, you see it's indicating that I'm going to risk 1.01. So this is what I'm going to punch in into my MT5, MT4, and look at the amount I'm risking. So when this trade goes to my stop loss here, and it goes here, I shall have only lost what? I shall have only lost $180. So I'm not gaining anything. So once I place 1.001 as my my sell limit here, as my sell limit, my buy limit, sorry. So this trade I deleted because I don't have much hopes of it returning back to my entry. Here, if it returns well and good, because I'm seeing that it is going to react from this and then move away. So this is 19 pip stop loss and take profit 1 to 6. Not bad. So if this is 19.1 as my stop loss, so I just need to change here 19.1. And then I change my mind, I want to risk 1%, because now that is a risk entry, because it has not pulled back heavily. So I need to press calculate, and you can see the lot size changes immediately to 0.17, 0.17, 0.71, and that is what I'm going to place. You don't need to be rounding off, because spreads will round it off after all. So let me give you another example. So I'm expecting this to move from this point here, nothing much today, since we already saw a good part of the day buying. Now that out of the window, another trade, let's say for example today, another trade we wanted to take was US 30 sells here, but we agreed not to take it. and seeing, and since we are already running in the other one in profit, so this is the trade here. So you can see this was 1 to 5 R risk to reward has already been achieved, targeting 14 R. So this is the zone that we are supposed to be buying. Yes, sorry, selling here. So what is my stop loss? For this, I will need you for indices and gold. I will need you to be using the price value, your entry price points, because that is what you're going to be using. So before we go to that, let me just use another example of GBP USD that we missed. Yeah, this was the trade yesterday. We didn't take it because some of the parameters were missing, but it played out. So just observing again today, this one is also another about to go up again. So this was the entry zone here yesterday. So we were just watching at it. We didn't take it because we were planning to take GBP card. They move the same way, but GBP card did not pull back. So that is it. So this is 1 to 12 risk to reward with even much more potential. This is much more potential here. So let's see. Okay, not this way. Let me reverse this. So this one has got much more potential than even GBP card. So 70% pullback, so that should be 19R risk to reward. But that is now a gone deal. So this is where we wanted to buy this trade yesterday. It just lacked other confluences, so we were just looking at it. So this was my entry. I only trade during New York session. So this was my entry zone here on this liquidity buy here. You can imagine the way stop loss is very tight because I don't expect it to trade beyond this point. So let's say you just add it to 10 pips stop loss. So 10 pips stop loss. So like I said, what you need to do is come here, search GBP USD. So let's see if it will give us GBP USD. And there we go, GBP USD. Then stop loss size 10 pips. Account balance again is 10,000. Let's say in this case I took a loss, so my balance is now reading 9,800. So I still want to risk 2%, but now in dollar amount I want to risk the same amount. So let me switch off. Let me switch to from percentage to I don't know. Yeah, from percentage to, if you click this sign here, it will switch to USD. So I want to risk the same amount, which is 180 USD that I risked last time. So let me just place here. So last time I lost 200, so I want to again risk 200. So that is what I the only three things I change is this stop loss size, then account balance, and then risk amount. So if I press calculate, you can see this time around I'm going to use 2 lot sizes, and the amount of money that I'm risking is at stake is 2 point something, which I don't mind since my original account balance was 10,000. But what if it was at 10,000? If I press calculate, you can see it is 2% and 2% risk, and you can see 2% lot sizes and 2% risk. Very straightforward. Now the same thing applies to this position, my FX book position size calculator. So if this is the case, okay, let me just pause Theophilus before he interrupts us a lot. We talk a lot. So Euro USD. So Euro USD, if let's say I wanted to buy Euro USD yesterday, no, let's now use sell. Where is Euro USD? Here we go. So let's say that I wanted to sell Euro USD somewhere around this order block here. This is the last buy before the sell. So we have this taken here, so you can easily look for a pullback around that zone and take your sells. So that should be your sell zone. Stop loss on top here, or you can give it room to breathe. So that will be 12.3. That is what your stop loss is. Take profit is 1 to 6, 1 to 7. That is fine. So with this now, so what do we need to do? We are selling Euro USD. So let's check what is our loss. 12.3. So Euro USD account, you can change other pairs. You can see, you can search here, even if you wanted AUD CHF, you can get their AUD card, you can get their AUD JPY, any you want. So for this case, we are going to go with the Euro USD. There you go. And then account size, let's just give it 9,800. We are already at a loss. Percentage risk, so let's you can have it as 2%, or stop loss size, let's check again. Stop loss size is 12.3. So 12.3. This one, let it remain the way it is. So you press calculate, and what is the lot size? You can see lot sizing 1.19 is the lot size you will be punching in your MT5 or in your while placing your limit. So alternatively, you can swap with money. So you can see, if you swap with money, 2% is 196. So let's go back. If I wanted to risk 1.8, sorry for that. If I wanted to risk 1.8, I don't know why it keeps misbehaving. If I want to risk 1.8, then I swap it with money. You can see 1 point that the lot size is this. If I want to risk $100 only, now that I'm fearful, so if I press calculate, my lot size changes to and let me post your feelers first. Just a minute, I'm shooting a video. Okay, so if I wanted to risk $100, that would be the lot size I'm going to punch in, and the risk ratio will be 1%. If I wanted to risk, let's say that now my account balance is 1,000, and I want to risk $10. So if I press calculate, I'll be punching 0.08, not not your usual 0.01. Again, if my lot size, if now my stop loss was, let's say, 6 pips, if I press calculate, you can see now my lot size shifts to 0.17. And now let's say that now I want to risk $100. So if I press calculate, now I'm risking 1.167. Sorry, I'm risking 1.67 lot size, and now the ratio is 10,000. Is 10%. Sorry, but now let's say I'm having 100,000 account, and now 100,000. Let me say now I'm in profit 100,000, and I'm in 500 profit. So I want to risk this 500. So, and the pair I want to trade, let's just check GJ. Amount is this. The amount of money I want to risk is $500, which if you swap in percentage is 0.01. It's 1%. So 0.01, sorry. So with this is with stop loss of, let's say, 7 or 8 pips. So let's calculate. You can see my lot size shifts to I need to check this. Sorry, let me place 500. I've swapped with the money, and let's check that I'll be placing a lot of 9.28. So let's check using baby pips. So GJ, the same thing applies on GJ position size calculator in baby pips. So go to babypips.com. You are going to find position size calculator. Retain the currency account balance. We've agreed it is 100, 500. Then percentage at risk. Here you have to use percentages. there is no swapping to dollar amount. So let's check. This is how much in percentage. If you swap to percentage, this is 0.05%. So let's place here 0.5%. So stop loss pips, how much have we used? Stop loss is 8 pips stop loss. That is 8 pips stop loss. And then now we can, the pair we are trading is GJ, GBP, JPY is this. And then current price. So for this one, you have to go and check the current price of GJ. So let's go and check the current price of GJ. So where is GJ? That is why I tell people to avoid using position calculator. You can only use so the current price of GJ is at 199.52 of USD JPY. Sorry, it wants current price of USD JPY. USD JPY. What is the current price of USD JPY? 148. 148 point what? 448. So with that, let's press calculate. You can see now the lot size that I'll be using is this standard lot size. I'll be using is 9.3, and then the amount that will be at risk is 502. So if we check this side also, the lot size I'll be using is 9.28. This side is going to be 9.3. So avoid using BBP position size calculator. You can use these two, this or this. So let's go to this section and look for GBP JPY. GBP JPY. As we wind up, so stop loss, we've said that stop loss we are going to have 8 pips. That is so tiny in GJ. 8 pips stop loss, so it means we are scalping. What is our account balance? 100, 500, and then percentage in risk, we want to risk 500. So let's see, calculate. 9.276. This one was 9.28. It has already rounded it for you. So sorry for that. Always use this fxverify.com. This is what I used, 99%. So let's remove this. Now, the alternative way that I always do this is to go to, for example, if you are trading something like Equity Edge or Funding Pips, with which has got Match Trader. This is Match Trader. This is my account here, Match Trader. So for example, in this account, I'm in certain drawdown here of 7 of 9. I'm in drawdown of about 2 point something, 2.1 something. They are 2.2. So with this, my balance is 9,786, and I still want to risk the same amount. So I'll come to this section here, and I want to trade GBP card. GBP card has disappeared. GBP card, and then my stop loss, if you remember, was 24.3, and then my account now balance is currently 97.86. 97.86. And then amount I want to risk, I still want to risk my 1.8%. So 1.8 from the original amount that I should be risking is 180. So I just want to risk a consistent amount. That is why I like using FX Verify. I can just be risking a consistent amount with changing balances. So with this, now let me press calculate, and you can see now my lot size should be 1. I should be punching in 1, and what will be the amount at risk? 1.84. So if my balance goes to, let's say I'm down 500, I lost, I went for a aggressive break even, and now I'm at 96.80. I still want to reach the same 180. So if I press calculate, you can see my lot size remain the same. So what if now I'm in drawdown of, let's say, 400? I want to reach the same amount. I press calculate, I'll be risking the same this. So again, I will be risking this if my stop loss remain the same. Let's say now my stop loss is at, let's say 40, and then my balance is now 96,800, 96 like that, 9600. How much do I calculate? So you can see lot size changes to 0.6. So you don't have a fixed lot size. Let somebody not ask you stupid question of what is your lot sizes, which lot size do you use? No, you don't use lot sizes, a fixed lot sizes. You use fixed risk amount, so that you know that if my stop loss hits, I always usually lose this amount. Now, in FX, in equity age or match traders, if this was let's say, let's look for GBP card where I placed my entry. GBP card, so this is GBP card. So let's go to 30 minutes. Let's go to 30 minutes. So where is my entry? My entry was here. So what I always do is I come to new order, new order, then I place pending, and I drag this to here. That is where I want to take my entry, and then stop loss, I press stop loss, and I drag it here. This is where my stop loss should be. So let me just cover this low to, there we go. So if it pulls back on, this is how I'm going to return my limit on Monday. So today I don't expect it to pull back, so I'll just delete. I've deleted the order, so maybe I can just leave it here with you. So if you check stop loss, you'll see that the amount of money I'll be losing is 1.19. So I'll keep adjusting the volume. So if I add this volume like this, check the amount. The amount at stake is $40. And then if I push it further to, let's say, 0.64, the amount is still the same. So let me push it to, let me add one beside here and see how much will I be risking on my stop loss. So on my stop loss has remained the same. I don't know why it's remaining the same. So I think something is not right. So let's refresh again and then see what comes out. It's not that I'm advertising equity age. Do not trade it. Actually, it's not a good profile. So we are going with GBP card. This, here we go. So I place new order pending. Then I drag this to this zone here. I do this even on my phone, and then I place stop loss. So this would be my stop loss. Like I said, I want to cover this low. It's covered, so I expect pullback to that zone. So let me place here one lot size and see how much will I be risking. I want to risk at least 180. So that will be 193. I'm comfortable risking that on this account because I don't mind. So if I wanted to risk half of this amount, I'll just have my size here to 0.5. You can do this in C traders too. So my account will be risking negative 96 will be on the line. If I want to add, let's say, let me add to 85, 0.5. I'm just playing with lot sizes until I see which one is comfortable with me, and then that is what I'll go with. So for this case, I want to just use one, which should be able to give me, I don't know why this system is hanging, but you get the point. That is what I want to do. So let's refresh it one more time, and then we can end this. But before I end, I'll show you for gold and indices. So GBP card, let me place this together with you. So GBP card, so new order pending, place my entry here on this IFC candle, stop loss here. Good. The amount that I want to risk, let me, if I place one, what happens? How much am I risking? 194. So maybe I can add a little bit of it. No, that is too much. 2% is too much. 193. If I remove 189, that is fine with me. I place buy limit. That is it. So you can see that is how I've placed. And then I expect, if I check pending, if you go to stop loss, you can see my stop loss is at negative 1.96. I usually risk less than 2% of my account in the phase one. This is phase one account, as you can see here. So take profit, if I want to place take profit, I'll just place stop take profits of 1 to 7, which should be 1 to 5. I need at least 1 to 5. So 1 to 5, that should be 1,050, and I've passed this account. So 1,050, if you add to this, that is phase one gone. Simple. So that is how to go about it. If you want to do for this is the simplest way to do for something like gold. If I wanted to, for example, buy, I was looking for buy here. Unfortunately, I didn't get an entry buy. Yeah, I was looking for a buy here today, but instead the market came without coming back to this zone. So I would have placed pending, and then I drag this to this order block here. Then stop loss, I drag this to, I cover this low here, then give it some small room to breathe. Yeah, thereabout. So I will be checking here and gauging the volume I need to use. So if I place one, you can see one will place my account at 13%. So it means I can't do that. So I'll have to go with 0.4, 5%. That is too much. So let me place 0.1. 0.1 would be 137. So I can play with that. Let me add around 2%. That is, now I decrease it. So that is 116. Then I would have placed buy like that. So buy limit will be this. So I still don't know if it will pull back. If it pulls back, there's no problem because this low has not been taken, and that is just good liquidity build up. Though this is my take profit, it's here. So I needed this to come here and then push up, but it is pushing without me, and that is fine. So let me delete this gold. Now for the US 30, just search here US 30. Yeah, then once you get US 30, so let's go to 30 minutes and show you that my today's trade. So today's trade, if I had taken this trade here that you see, this would have been my entry. I just come here, place pending, and then I come place it on this order block here. As you can see, it was wicked, and then immediately the market reversed. That is why I wanted to sell. Then stop loss just on top here, and then how much were we supposed to play with? Let's push this and see if at 1.7 will be negative 76 loss. So what about at that 126? That is now coming closer to what I always want to risk. 156, yes, 1.5 is fine. So I would have taken 1.5, and this would have been so far in profit. So you can see the way I time order blocks, and that is what I take, and that is why I get very good sniper entry, or trade just move out of me without me, and I'm fine with that. So that is the quickest way that I calculate loss sizes if I'm using MarchTrader. Or if you're using MT5, this is the same thing you can do. If you want me to shoot how to do that on MT5, you can let me know. Now for this, you can also do it on FXify or Xverify. So let's go to for example German 40. This one here that I am into right now. This one is running in profit. So with this, so this one, you will come here and search for German. Let's see, German. Is it German 40? How do they call it? German, and this is it. German 40. Then you can see things changes now. Instead of stop loss price, you are given now prices and stop loss price. So what you need to do is, this is open price, where you open your trade and where you do your stop loss price, then account balance, and then amount at risk. So instead of using pips, use open price and stop loss price. So in this case, I double click this, and then I see that my entry price is here. So I punch in entry price. You can see I've copied stop loss price. We are not using pips here. So stop loss price is this one down here. You copy, then I'm good. So stop loss price is this. So it will automatically calculate for you. That is why I always like this, because it gives you both option and it is easier. So account balance, let's say it is 10,000 and then I want to risk 180. That is my sweet spot, 1.8. Then the rest will remain the same. So I press calculate. So it will ask you the it will ask you this contract size. Contract size, just go to MT5 and double click any this pair here. If you double click German 40 on your MT5 or MT4 or anywhere, you MT4 MT5, it will give you this contract size. If you don't have it, just leave it at 1, but make sure you check that and then you press calculate. It will give you that I need to have placed 1.18 as my order. But since this is I'm trading equity edge, I think it was 10. It is 10, so I placed, is it 10? I don't think if it is 10. Is it 100? Because I use equity edge to drag and drop, because my stop loss, my order here is having 8 lot size. So I don't know if it is 0.025. Not sure. So let's check 77. So let's go with 0. I've not checked because I equity edge does not have MT5, does not use MT5. So calculate. Yeah, equity edge is not 1, is 0.25. So you can see the contract size at equity edge is this. So I used 8 lot. If you check my running balance right now is having 8 lot size and not 1. So if you pressed 1, that is why you need to confirm that. So that is 1.98 that I would have used, 1.94 that I would have used. Now let's go to gold. If I was trading gold, if I got this gold sell buy here that I wanted today, this would have been my stop loss. Actually, my entry should be there about, so that I can get at least a 1 to 5 by a push up here. So this should be 1 to 5 or no deal. Yeah, so that is nice. So what I need to do is just click this, and then now I have now my entry price, then my stop loss price. So I come here, look for gold, ZAU USD, ZAU USD. So you can see ZAU USD. Everything changes. Stop loss, open price. So open price, you click this, copy and paste, and then stop loss price, you click and paste. You are done. And then stop loss price, that is it. So then amount of money I want to risk is this 10,000 account. So you press calculate, it will require this, or like I've said, for in most occasions you will find it at 100, but you have to check. Go to your MT5 MT4, double click, long press this gold, and then you'll see details. Press that details or contract size, you are going to see it. Let me pop it here on the screen so that you can see, but the one I will be showing you is for funded next, so that you can see. So you have this, you place for equity edge is 0.25, so that becomes 78. Should have been my lot size. No, I think it's 100. I normally don't use such. Yes, yeah, for equity edge is 100 gold. So that is why for equity edge I enjoy this privilege of drag and drop. This one here, that I drag and drop, so I don't need to stress about contract sizes. But you can see I normally use this here, and then you can see the percentage at least is this. Now if I was selling let's say NAS today, because today that was the only probable trade here since we are at the high, so this should have been my sell zone. So this would have been straight away to stop loss. So this should have been straight away to stop loss compared to US30. That is why I don't counter trend trade. So this should have been my stop loss. So of course after stop loss it has already gone to 1 to 4. So you double click that, then you search here NAS 100, I think is, let me see if I have it as NAS 100. NAS 100, I think is US 100, US 100, or US Tech 100. Oh, those ones are not that. US Tech 100. Let's see if it is going to give us that. There you can see it is US Tech 100, and then you see I come and look for open price. This is my open price. So open price, I place that one, and then what about my stop loss price? I copy that stop loss price, and then what do I paste? I paste there. Then account, they remain the same. If you want to change, you can change into percentage or USD. So let's place, I want to risk 1%. So press calculate. It will need contract loss size. So let's see 0.25 for equity age. So 18, I think it is 1. So I should have placed 4.67 as my lot size, 4.67. So let's go to equity age and confirm that. So let's search here for US 100, and then go to 30 minutes. I don't need lower time frame than this to catch crazy risk to reward. So let's go to pending. So I would have placed this here at that open, and then stop loss just on top here, so thereabout. So you can see the way they have wicked me out. So let's see, if I want to risk 180, the problem is that my account is not $100. So let's place it at 97.86. So calculate 4.7. Yeah, correct. Amount at risk 1%. So in this one, I have to shift it to US dollars and place 180, and that brings it to 8.4. So let's see if I'm going to get 8.4. And if I get 8.4, that means that my contract size is correct. So let's play around with this. So 1 until 8. Let's check until 8. So it is saying 8.4. So let's see 8.4 and see if we are going to get the same amount, and that will confirm that our contract size is 1 in equity edge. I've said do not use equity edge, buy other pro firms. I have other pro firms. So how much are we risking here? $26. So that means that equity edge does not have contract size of 1 in NAS 100. So let's revamp that to, let's say, 0.25. Calculate. So that should be 33. So let's play around with 33 and see if it is 33. 33. Okay, so 33, it says at negative that. So that means that I needed to, since my stop loss is very small, that is what is happening here. So you can see it's saying that I'm really I have insufficient fund. Of course, you can still press sell as much as it says you have insufficient fund, because you have a very small stop loss. You can see that was a very small stop loss. So that should have been yes, we now have 59, and then so let's do 58. That brings it to 182. So let's say 57.5. That brings it to 180, correct? That is the amount of money. Percentage as risk is 1.85, which is okay with me. So with that is the amount of money that I would have risked in this side. So I normally, for match traders platform, C traders, and MT5, I don't even use FX verify. I don't use it because it is very easy to drag and drop, like you can see here. It is very easy to drag and drop, and then you play around with the volume after placing your stop loss prices, like in this case here. So this would have been my stop loss, and so I would have been stopped out 180. If you see my balance, you would have seen that it is negative 180. That is how to go about with lot sizing. Make sure that you are risking correctly, and it is easy to risk correctly if you know what you're doing. I hope I've shed light to this, and let me see you in the next.